Rouge, and she simply came home to make a fresh start. Ella smacked her lips. I have done my part, and now we will sit back and let lesbian nature run its course. I like lesbians. They wear sensible clothes, and they're good with their hands. I mean that strictly in a carpentry and mechanical sense. That's so stereotypical. Ella shuffled the deck of cards. There are all kinds of lesbians. Haven't you learned anything from Jill? Yeah, she ain't handy when it comes to us. That cabinet door she fixed the other day fell right off. I've given up all hope of having her build us a doghouse. Ella leaned close to the table and met Anne's gaze. We don't have a dog. How many times do I have to tell you that? But a doghouse gives the illusion of one. Anne tapped her temple with her finger. If people believe we have one, they'll think twice about coming in our yard. You've got to slack off on those pills you take to make you sleep. Ella sat up straight, and the camper slowed. Are we stopping? Restroom break, Jill said. You two stay seated until I get this thing into a parking space. Then you can raid the pantry. Jill found a spot, parked, then tore out the door like she was on fire. She walked past the restrooms to the walking trails beyond. They'd just begun the trip, and already she needed space. Anne and Ella were being cantankerous. That was nothing new. But with every mile, angry tension built up and seemed to rest on Jill's neck like a boulder. She'd been living under the delusion that something would arise and the plans would be canceled. But when her ass hit the seat of the Winnebago that morning, reality smacked her hard. I'm going to punch Anne in the forehead and duct tape her ass to a seat. Grandma is going to get a taping too, right in the mouth. If I had any girl balls, I'd park that rolling bitch at the first campground after the Florida state line and say, here we are, folks, suck it up and enjoy it while you can because we're going home tomorrow. Jill could grouse all she wanted in private, but she would never say anything like that to Ella. She dearly loved her grandmother and Anne, who technically wasn't her great-aunt by blood. Anne had been Ella's best friend even before Jill's father was born and was a part of the family. The Savoy family was close-knit. Just about all of them worked in the family steel business, except for Jill's youngest brother Jude, who had rebelled and gone to law school. When Ella and Anne announced that they wanted to travel up the eastern seaboard in the Winnebago, Jill's father assigned her as driver and tour guide. Jill wouldn't have normally balked at a 2-week vacation, but she left behind a ton of work to traipse around with 2 old arguing women and a complete stranger. Inhale deeply, let it out slowly, Jill chanted softly as she walked as fast as her feet would carry her. The perfect vacation would have been one where she actually escaped her family. She was surrounded by them 24/7, and a woman needed a break every now and then. All hopes for true relaxation and freedom were flushed straight down the toilet the moment Jill's father walked into her office a month ago. Girl, have I got news for you, Dale Savoy said excitedly. You've been working hard, and I think you've earned a 2-week vacation this year, all expenses paid. Dale was so tight when it came to money he squeaked when he walked, and Jill knew she wasn't going to like what she was about to hear. Somehow I know you're not about to send me to the Bahamas or Cancun. Oh, no, something much better, Dale said with a huge smile. I'm entrusting you with Sally. Jill's heart began to pound, but not with excitement and joy. Sally was the name of Dale's prized Winnebago, the latest in a long line of Sallys. It was a deluxe model and cost more than Jill paid for her house, which said a lot about Dale's priorities. Jill figured he was probably wearing underwear that was so old it looked like Swiss cheese. Jill's mother routinely sewed up holes in Dale's socks because he felt it was a waste of money to buy something that no one but him was ever going to see. Sally, however, had every bell and whistle known to the camping kind. Dad, I don't even walk near her in the driveway. I'm not going to take her anywhere, Jill said dryly. Then Dale dropped the bombshell. Mama and Anne want to take a trip. Dale could tell just about everyone on the planet no, but there was one small red-headed exception. Mama usually got what she wanted from her only son. Jill knew if Dale was willing to set the keys to Sally in her hand, there was no way in hell she was going to get out of the trip. Dad, this isn't the right time, you know that. We just spent a fortune on a new accounting program. They're coming to install it in 3 weeks. When that's done, I need to be here to make sure everything is transferred correctly. Dale waved a hand. Your mama and Karen can take care of that. You need a vacation. I do, but what you're suggesting is a shitload of driving and trying to corral 2 women that haven't realized they're old yet. There's no enjoyment in that.